Now let us look at division of fractions. We'll see three cases: how we can divide a whole number by a fraction, how we can divide a fraction by a whole number, and then how we can divide two fractions. So the key concept that we'll be learning here is that of a reciprocal. Let us begin with case 1, where we are trying to divide a whole number by a fraction. Let's take an example. Say we want to do 5 divided by 1 by 3. So the way we do it is we follow 3 steps. First, we take the reciprocal of the divisor. So in this case 1 by 3 is the divisor, and we take the reciprocal. So what do I mean by reciprocal? I simply flip the numerator and the denominator. So this becomes, instead of 1 by 3, it becomes 3 by 1, and I just need to multiply. First step is to take the reciprocal. Second step is to multiply with the reciprocal, and then we have to simplify. So we end up getting 15. Let's take another example. Say I have to divide 8 by 2 by 5. So this, what do? We simply take the reciprocal of the divisor. That is, I flip the numerator and the denominator. I just interchange the numerator and the denominator. So this becomes 5 upon 2, and the result would be 40 upon 2, and finally I can simplify it as 20. So what do you mean by reciprocal? So whenever we have a fraction, say a upon b, the reciprocal of this would be b upon a. Now say we have 1 by 4, the reciprocal would be 4 by 1, that is 4. Similarly, say we have 3 by 7, the reciprocal would be 7 by 3. So this is the reciprocal. Now you will notice that whenever I multiply the number by the reciprocal, say I multiply a by b with b by a, this is 1. So whenever we multiply the number by its reciprocal, the result is always 1. Let us take up the next case. Say we have to divide a fraction by a whole number. Say 5 by 8 divided by 3. This is similar to the previous case in the sense that I simply will take the reciprocal of this divisor. So the reciprocal of 3 would be 1 by 3, and I simply need to multiply it with 5 by 8. So this is 5 by 24. So this is how we can divide a fraction by a whole number. Now let us take up the next case, dividing one fraction by another. Now this is quite simple. To divide two fractions, we simply multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So if I have 7 by 10 and I have to divide it by 2 by 5, I need to simply multiply it with the reciprocal of 2 by 5, which is 5 by 2. And then I end up getting 35 upon 20, which is nothing but 7 upon 4. That is, if I write it as a mixed fraction, 1 3 by 4. Let's take another example. Say I have to divide 3 by 8 by 4 by 7. So this is nothing but 3 by 8 multiplied by 7 by 4. And this is 8 multiplied by 4, 3 multiplied by 7, which is 21 upon 32. So we have seen three main things in this video. First, how we can divide by a fraction. So dividing by a fraction is equivalent to multiplying it by its reciprocal. Okay. And second thing we have seen is that whenever we multiply reciprocals, the result is always 1. So a by b multiplied by b by a is always 1. Okay. So, and we have seen three cases of division of fractions with whole numbers. So we have seen how we can divide a whole number by a fraction. We have seen fraction divided by whole number, and we have seen fraction dividing another fraction.